So here's something I seen someone else finally get to. I didn't understand. People weren't quite there yet. Or I'd been talking about tech 20, 30 years ago. I didn't understand. No one knew how to build their own computers and work on them. Or I could have made some money if I cared to waste my time doing that as a kid, making money. But the question was, we don't think that, well, the statement question was, we don't think that these devices are going to completely erase computers because the makers of these devices make computers and they're going to put themselves out of business in one field that they've wasted a lot of time and money on. But that doesn't matter. Elon Musk has entered the smartphone arena, according to rumors. And Elon Musk is a tech guy. You know, Samsung and Sony, their CEOs, they don't understand tech. Elon Musk thinks there's tech out there that doesn't really exist, most likely. And he'll make it exist when he learns it doesn't exist. And he knows what he's talking about when it comes to technology. He's literally he's a rocket scientist, okay? Like Elon Musk, whether he went to school for it or not, he is now a rocket scientist. He hires crews of rocket scientists to work for him. That's his main thing. Is not the cars is like funding for the rocket science. Trust me, he's working on plasma generation and rocket science more than anything because he probably thinks he's going to find a bunch of resources worth a lot of money that will advance humanity and stuff and advance the pockets. So rockets will get him to these places in the world once those places roll out in the DLC, I bet you. But you won't understand that because you've never understood the DLC before, have you? So that's who's going to beat out Microsoft and Sony and Samsung. Elon Musk is going to do that. Elon Musk, he needs to develop small computer systems for his own company. And so it's very time investful to do this. Elon Musk needs to corner every corner of the market he can because he is he's already in this position where he's been doing this. This is obviously part of his goal. Right? And if not, it's been brought to his attention that he can do this and that it's a wise business decision. I'm sure he doesn't just make every decision on his own and he has one or two business lawyers. He probably doesn't even know much about business. He's a rocket scientist. He's and a tech specialist. I mean, rocket scientists should include tech specialists, right? Because damn, our people who work on computers like pretty intelligent about what's going on these days in the world around us. It's like they're the old mechanics. They're the new mechanics. But you know, like mechanics are actually freaking really smart people. They're working on engines. They're engineering freaking professors and stuff if they're good enough, right? They're engineers. People who work on engines are engineers. That's where the word comes from before engines became some complex thing inside a little device like this. And building roads just as complex as the stuff inside this device right here. So that's who's going to defeat the other corporations is Elon Musk is going to defeat Samsung and Sony and Apple. This almost never fails. If you just watch the history, only a couple places really make it. It's like Sears is gone now. Sears made it, but they didn't. They didn't keep making it. They're gone now. Okay, Lord and Taylor. I don't even know how people know what that is. It's like some Richie stuff. That must be actually newer, and it's probably going to be extinct at some point sooner than many other because most of these corporations don't last over 30 years. KFC has lasted a long time. The Colonel created that a long time ago. And Taco Bell, well, you know, Hollywood tells us Taco Bell's going to be the only franchise that survives the franchise wars. If Taco Bell would extend down here to freaking Mexico, they'd have the whole market cornered. These other people don't know what they're doing. They're making Little Caesar's pizza with with Mexican style bread recipes, and it doesn't make Little Caesars taste like Little Caesars. I don't even want to try the Popeyes here, and I would never try KFC. The Popeyes doesn't have the Louisiana brand hot sauce, and the Louisiana brand hot sauce is the hot sauce that is associated with Popeyes, at least last I checked, unless they totally got rid of it and now Popeyes killed themselves off because they got rid of their catfish. Why not get rid of your hot sauce, which is the other staple of your corporation to me, anyways, that I don't eat there anymore. I went there for the catfish and the hot sauce, and then I went there recently to try the chicken with the hot sauce. And in Mexico, they don't have Louisiana brand hot sauce. I don't want it. I don't want the flavor is the sauce. You know what I'm saying? It's like if they took the Big Mac sauce off the Big Mac. But but anyways, all these corporations they break down. Time goes on, they quit. The people who run them die. Certain ones do good and remain in power, like Walmart seems to be doing okay. And they fell off with the internet revolution, and then they caught back on after a few months of delivery getting big, and so I think they can still stay in the game if they understand they have to move forward like this. Whichever supermarket moves towards like robotic scanning of their shelves first, which I've been like planning and talking to some of these people. I've not been planning it, but I've talked to some of these people about this stuff before, about how this is the future of the jobs and where it's going and what it needs to do. You know, like Instacart and stuff like that. Like I need to be able to like walk down the aisle inside my computer and know what's there and what's not. Pick up and turn the item around and see the other side. And we're like over halfway there. But I suggested we're gonna have to get rid of the old method and just use computers to scan everything. You know, robots will go up and down your aisle and scan stock and all this, and make it look pretty for you. And of course, the winner will eventually be someone like Amazon, who just I don't know. This is kind of like a max of Amazon, where the product is on a shelf first. That will definitely like rush people over, but I don't know if you really need that. You just put it on a warehouse shelf rather than a grocery shelf. But that's the way they could win, right? And whoever doesn't do that isn't going to win. They're not going to switch over, even though you have Instacart and all this stuff working with them right now. And these are other topics too you bring up when you talk about this stuff. Is what about this factor that relies on this and that factor that relies on this? And it's like, well, it all goes away. Sears is gone. What's still left from the old school? Big Bear. Big Bear's gone. JCPenney's pretty much gone. Sears, did they ever bring Sears back? Like, because it went away, but that doesn't mean that the people who bought up its assets didn't like bring a couple back, but they didn't anywhere around me. And we were like a Sears city, so I don't think so. Macy's supposedly has been around for a while, and that's probably because Macy's has the Macy's Day Parade. They cornered this market, and this was like a really good, excellent advertising gimmick. And so, but when is how long is Christmas gonna stay in style for real? They have to change that every now and then too, don't they? But I think Elon Musk is going to break through and do the changing of the guard with the technology development. He's going to have to, because the other ones are too linked to old technology, and Samsung is too like closed source. They work with Samsung products. Samsung makes Samsung software for Samsung devices that communicate best with Samsung. And so Samsung's going to have to go away.